Whoa. Mm, mm, mm. Great morning, ATL of the whole wide world. It's your man, Jason Carey, Steph Tiller. Morning Coffee Swig, ATL's #1 podcast style morning show. Great morning, Steph. Get up off that mute button. Get up off that mute button.
Yeah, I'd be feeling like I'm off of that. Jason, give me a second, Jesus Christ. I was coming around, I promise.
I be trying to warn you before you do it.
No, I be pressing it.
Steph be having a whole performance in silence.
It's the lotion for me.
Wait a minute.
I think I had an issue with it. We use it for different reasons. So, but yeah, so my fingers be slippery sometimes. So when I think I don't.
We're seconds in here, and your fingers are slippery.
God.
Which is seconds in. Seconds.
Never mind. Don't even ask why. Never mind.
Oh, we are seconds in, and we already here. How did we get here? Hey, man. It is Taco Tuesday. You hear it in the voice. You hear it in the song. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So how was your motivational Monday, your money making Monday, your monkey mouth Monday? How was your Monday?
Actually, it was pretty good. So I did a thing yesterday. I got caught in at the last minute to do a podcast show, and and I served it.
Oh yeah.
You want Steph? You get Steph.
I ain't heard nothing about it. I ain't heard
really cool.
nothing about it.
It's
I ain't seen no post.
It was pre-recorded.
So
we recorded yesterday, so it won't air until I think this weekend, like on a Sunday or something. I think it's Sunday when the episode airs.
Okay, so, all right. Well, looking.
Yeah, this one should be pretty cool.
I'm looking forward. Make sure you promote it and let people know what you're doing. These interviews are great. These interviews are awesome. So hopefully anybody that listen to that, we'll see y'all on the Morning Coffee Swig. Listen very, very soon. Monday is a recording day for Minds of Mischief, so we getting prepared for whatever's next. And had our show yesterday. Had a guest on yesterday, and we got a chance to discuss the week's activities from the guy's perspective, and it's always interesting. And my man Pedro dropped some knowledge this week, so it's gonna be cool. Y'all look out for that tomorrow, and we'll discuss it later. Pedro is hilarious, man. But good day. It's a good day. A good motivational Monday. Now it's Tuesday. We're going to push forward. Let's get into some news because we jumped. We had so much conversation yesterday. We just jumped right over the news, I think, in the morning. So let's get into that.
Well, no, we actually got into it, but I think we got stuck on what everybody's talking about now. And what I'm news out with right now is this whole riot situation. And how it took place, why it took place, and the crazy part is this story is still unfolding. Like not the story, but this act of terrorism is still unfolding. Some of the gentlemen that are ahead of the Proud Boys community have now been found to have black wives.
Yo, I saw these pictures. I saw some of these pictures. It's just I don't know.
And it was a lot of talk at first, like, okay, well, she didn't know prior to, so I wonder what she's gonna do now. It's like, no, she knew the whole time. But and that's a conversation I think we discussed before. Certain conversations have to be had beforehand. That way you don't get into a situation not really knowing a person's political views, religious views. They're more accomplished. You don't know nothing about
like, I love her, but I hate them niggas. Is that what we doing? I love her, but the rest of these ninjas, I can't stand. Is that what we doing?
My God.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
That's
Lord.
That's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah, boy.
That's kind of what we did. Not doing, did. They already did it. They jumped the broom. And one of the couples, the actual founder of the Proud Boys and the the top leader, he actually went and he and his wife, she's, you know, black, she's a black woman, they were on divorce court some time ago. And she was on there like, yo, you were a nerd when I met you. Like, you were a geek. Yeah, like.
I don't know. I'm got a lot of actors in the mix here. This is the other thing. There's a lot of actors.
Another thing.
The dude with the, you know, it's a lot of actors. So what is this? What are we all saying? This has been casted. This is like the third or fourth time we'd have found a lot of actors in the mix of some of this stuff. So they're getting casted for this. This is it. Because I did see Trump cast guests to come to the rally. I actually got an invite, a casting to come to one of those rallies. As an actor, though, that's what I'm saying. As an actor, to fill seats, and it's all a facade, man. Is anything real? I don't know. You don't know what to believe. Carry on. I
was gonna say that's hard to say nowadays, whether if anything is real, or I wouldn't even say real. I would say, have we lost, you know, our way when it comes to certain things? It's like, okay, if the front row isn't full, the front row isn't full. You know, everybody from the back move to the front. You know, we're not just calling people in. You know, that's just like when 50 Cent bought out Ja Rule's concert. You know, they weren't going to just let people walk in out the street and say, hey, y'all just come on in for free. You know, we got some extra seats in here. You know, just casting for a show. I don't think that would have, you know, hopefully that would have taken place. Yeah.
That's hilarious. So,
yeah.
You side, sap sucker, you side. You got to cast people to come in. It's just, oh my God. Wow. The fact that you got this is your king. This your king. That's how it feels. This is your leader. Boy.
This is your leader.
People still carrying that flag. That's what's amazing to me. He's still carrying the flag, like, but
that's
see,
dangerous. That's dangerous.
Hey man,
if you're I'm in the country, and as I'm driving and riding in the country, at any given moment, I could see the Trump flag raised high, and then I pull up to the stop sign. There will be a woman with Women for Trump flags, and Trump 2020. Or don't believe the fraud. Like, there is some reasoning as to why they are still doing this. Pence has, and because Pence and Donald Trump has fallen out, it's a nasty fallout. He still says, "Hey, look." As of yesterday, he says, "I'm going to go ahead and attend the inauguration." But as of now, he and I are done. We are done. So
wait,
that's a
Trump said he gonna.
No, Pence.
Oh, Pence. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Trump is still at large at this point. But he's been at large. No, and this is the crazy. Yes, he's been, because right now they're the Democrats. Remember I told you yesterday, told you guys that the Democrats have decided either one or two things. Pence, you either put your foot down and have him to resign, and you take over for the next week, or we impeach him. We move to impeach him. And like you said, Jason, if we impeach him, I don't think people really know what the impeachment process would do to him. But he loses his security detail. He loses the $1 million pension. And he loses, I think it's something about the presidency. Like, I don't remember exactly what it is, but he loses more than he could ever gain. And he's not able to be reelected again. So that's another thing. Like, it's so many different reasons that the impeachment would work, and it's so different many like people that are in the way to make sure that he do not get impeached. Because don't get it twisted, they are not all for Biden by far. Biden still has yet to be briefed on many things dealing with the White House and us. So we have to be very careful with that. Again, this is a very dangerous game that we are actually just thrown into. We are battling, you know, with egos, and that is dangerous because what you're doing is you're turning civilians, and you're turning Americans against each other, and you're dividing Americans. And when you do that, of course, it's the civil rights movements and the Civil War all over again. Like, this is what we are, if you want to be realistic about it. All the way to the Washington chief of police. He lied and said that, we never heard anything about it. We don't understand, what are you guys talking about? But come to find out, you had been briefed. You did know. And, you let them come in and you let them do whatever it is that they wanted to do. So, and there are other, they are covering so many different things right now with this story. But, of course, I got to move on because we would get stuck here because because it deals with us directly. It's like, all right, boom, now we need to discuss it. So, moving right along, stimulus checks went out starting last week. They were $600. Joe Biden made a statement on yesterday saying, hey, $600 is not enough. I need to hear you up and be in office. Brief me, sign everything over, because I need to get these $2,000 checks out. Because what you did was you made Americans choose between a roof over their head and food to eat. And that's not fair. So we are with the, $600. Many people have already gotten it. But what they're doing now is sending out, instead of direct depositing to many accounts like last year, they're sending out these prepaid cards. So you can, I think you can load it. I'm not sure how this gift card situation works. I'm not sure how it works, but they're sending out $600. So many Americans eating that $600. That is nothing compared to the things that they actually need. There's no unemployment compensation. The $600 is already gone. No help for the small businesses. There has been zero help at all. This is a terrible situation that we're in when it comes to that right there. So 6 inmates of California have escaped and are at large as of right now. While I'm talking, they still haven't caught those 6 inmates. So what they did
said, while I'm talking.
while I'm talking, they are at large, and they're, of course, or said to be armed and dangerous. But they climbed the wall, threw the rope over, and then climbed down that, and then got away.
Like TV. Real life.
Something.
Lex Luthor escape.
Yes.
Superman 4.
But understand this is what I'm saying. After what we just witnessed and we thought could never happen at the Capitol, then this turnaround and happened with 6. Oh, what if 60,000 decided they wanted to do it? Or 60,000? There's no way to stop them.
They let them out. You better check the rap sheet. They let them out. It's like Demolition Man. They let out these 6 criminals with special skills. That's what
it was in California, and they all Mexico.
In my life,
they all from Mexico.
Oh, got it.
So it might be some of El Chapo people. Who knows? I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. Chapo ain't got nothing to do with that. Also, a Boston woman with Down syndrome opens a bakery, and it's called Kaladi's. Okay, so it happened back in 2016 when she opened the bakery, but now she is booming. Because, nobody would hire her. She's Down syndrome. So that is, people would discriminate against you for just about anything. You can have one eye bigger than the other. And they just you know what? No, I just can't have you here in my place of business. So imagine having, Down syndrome or autism or, things like that. But you are really functionable. And that is what happened to her. And now... she is out shipping worldwide. This went from her just baking cookies, wanting to make people happy, wanting to feel accepted, wanting to take a place in society, to now she ships all over the world, dog treats and cookies.
Well, what's the next? So I got questions. Kaladi's. So this is the thing. You got to spell that because everybody gonna mess that spelling up. Number 1. C-A-L-E-D-Y. Number 2. You just get, what is it?
Kaladi's.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to.
It's Kaladi's.
Yeah, Gotta put on the t-shirt. This is the thing. You said dog tricks and cookies. Immediately when you said that, it gave me pause. Because what happened if you like, I'm a ship cook? You sent the wrong order to the wrong place. Like, well, you know what? I'm gonna put doggy treat ingredients here, and you bake them, and they look like chocolate chip cookies, but they taste like Kibbles and Bits. I didn't stop. Okay, I didn't stop. That's what I just heard. That's what you said that. I just heard that, man. I feel like you about to get some doggy cookies. But. Okay.
Well, you finna feel like it even more because most of the people that work there also have issues as such. But one man that works there said, hey, listen, I've never felt accepted. This is like a family. I feel, I feel wanted. I feel needed. And I feel like I have a place somewhere, you know what I'm saying, in my place of business. And I love that. I really do. I think Publix supermarket also practice the same thing where they show non-discriminatory in hiring processes and nobody's like Down syndrome, autism, they high functioning. Most of them are high functioning anyway, but I don't think they get enough chances out into the world, into the community based off social perception, social status, and just based off sometimes you could genuinely not want this person hurt or want anything bad to happen to this person on your watch. And then there are some times where you just, your perspective could be a whole lot different. But there are so many other things to talk about today. Of course, the news list goes on and on and on. I have coronavirus news. We have more Lori Harvey news, Kamala news. There is quite the news that's going on right now. But keep it locked right here, Morning Coffee Swig. Those were your top. No, that's the top hour for your swigs. Top swigs coming up at 9. Keep it locked right here, Morning Coffee Swig.
Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B. ATL's Next 100.
Number one for hip hop and R&B. You know what I'm saying? All day, all night.
Yeah. True.
I am smoking on that gas. Life should be on Cinemax. Movie. Bought my boo bigger than a bigger air. Who he's not I smoke strong, not pie. Louis V's in my archives. Black diamonds are part-time. Bread up, my top down. On the block with a block out. Hit your ass with that block out. Dope enough to go in your nostril. I take your girl and kidnap her. Beat her to my mattress. But skeleton in my closet. It's probably when he dead and rapper. He's probably when he don't try me, I pour that. Got your car note in my car. And your rent in my swisher. So good I miss you. Games so vicious. And all I get is cheese. Like I'm taking pictures.
I say unless I'm with you. If I take you out of the picture, I know real gon' miss you. No lie, yeah. No lie, yeah. Real say word. You ain't never told no lie. Real say word. You ain't never told no lie. Real say true. You ain't never told no lie. That's the thing I don't do. Nah, I just do it for the that are trying to see a million for they die. What up? 2 chains and champagne, you want true, that's true enough. Forbes list like yeah, my office is my tour bus. She came through, she brought food, she knew what's up. She think I'm the realest out, and I say, damn, that makes 2 of us. Oh, that look like what's her name? Chances are it is what's her name? Chances are if she was acting up, then I f***ed the ones that never f***ed the game. She could have a Grammy, I still treat her like a nominee. Just need to know what that push like, so one time it's fine with me. Young ass an intern, with money like I built the shoe. Streets talking that confirm, go ask them who just catch you. Stay keeping my cup full, so I'm extra charged like a state tax. Me and Chains go way back, we don't talk, we just say facts. Yes, Lord. I say, unless I'm with you. If I take you out of the picture, I know real gon' miss you. No lie, yeah. No lie, yeah. Real say word. You ain't never told no lie. Real say word. You ain't never told no lie. Real say true. You ain't never told no lie. That's the thing I don't do. Nah, I just do it for the that are trying to see a million for they die. What up?
Name it, they won't summer, out rap his air, out trap his air. Put his air in a plastic bag with his trash air. Take him out, bring him in, them whole things. Tupac without a nose ring. Thug life, one wife, a mistress, and a girlfriend. I did what they say I wouldn't. Went what they say I couldn't. YSL belt buckle. Y'all show it looking. Y'all show it lucky. 2 chains on my rugby. Left hand on that steering wheel. Right hand on that bike.
Yeah. I say, unless I'm with you. If I take you out of the picture, I know real gon' miss you. No lie, no lie, no lie, yeah, yeah. No lie, no lie, no lie, yeah, yeah. Real say word, you ain't never told no lie. You ain't never told no lie. Real say word, you ain't never told no lie. You ain't never told no lie. Real say true, you ain't never told no lie. You ain't never told no lie. That's the thing I don't do. Nah, I just do it for the that are trying to see a million for they die. What up?
All I talk about is money, cause that's all I know, you heard me? I got a bad dip in my Chevy, selling Miley Cyrus in my brand new money collar. I got that Justin Bieber, please believe it. $250,000 hanging on my collar. $500,000 in my duffel bag. Now I'm riding in my Cadillac. Hammers in them foes. I'm riding clean in them.
Okay, I woke up this morning, time to get this money. Y'all niggas was yawning, and now I made about 20. I got young boys in that corner. I call what you got for me. He say I done moved the whole thing. Couple rocks, all I got on me. I say yeah, it's gone. He say yeah, we on. I said I be on my way. Break a brick down to all zones, and I got work, and I got pills, and I got perk, and I got goons that's on my team, and they gon' kill like I got murk. If I say so, and I say go, and they go ham, and I lay low. I drop that work up in that toaster, I let go on my ego, and it's for sale. 28 grams on my scale. Come and get it on.
I got a bad dip in my Chevy, selling Miley Cyrus in my brand new money collar. I got that Justin Bieber, please believe it. $250,000 hanging on my collar. $500,000 in my duffel bag. Now I'm riding in my Cadillac. Hammers in them folks. I'm riding clean in them. Hold on, wait a minute. You got the realest and the richest in the building. Feel me? Won't knock you off. Take away another the ball. All the war, common law. Straight killer, that's mama fault. Boy, my DNA. Straight chips, Frito-Lay. Eclipse, A-Jose. Hector, Mount me go straight. Don't want no beef? I may crack your taco. I'm screaming rest in peace. Griselda Blanco. I got that Justin Bieber, please believe it. I hate that. Can you keep a secret? Benzo on foes. Count all my. That's all I know. That's all, y'all. I got a bad dip in my Chevy. Selling Miley Cyrus in my brand new money collar. I got that Justin Bieber, please believe it. $250,000 hanging on my collar. $500,000 in my duffel bag. Now I'm riding in my Cadillac. Hammers in them folks. I'm riding clean in them.
I'm riding clean, I'm riding clean. Selling that chain of white, around with that y'all mean. Bad bitch, she talk dirty, her mouth clean. I was selling that white shit, y'all niggas had Boy Scout dreams. Spent $80 on my rolling. Young nigga ball like Kobe. Ride around me in Chino, hit my young Goldie. Hot whims you ain't Tino. Limo, that's my roadie. 211 on your turn your head, she stolen. My neck look like a light show. My pockets, they need lipo. I stand tall, no iPhone. And them goons go wherever I go. Y'all niggas put like dice. All we know is get paid. I ball hard like Brian James and Rose D-Wade.
I got a bad dip in my Chevy. Selling Miley Cyrus in my brand new money collar. I got that Justin Bieber, please believe it. $250,000 hanging on my collar. $500,000 in my duffel bag. Now I'm riding in my Cadillac. Hammers in them folks. I'm riding clean in them.
That joint sound like I can just see this joint being played in the strip club. It just, I don't remember, but I can hear it. They just listen to it in the strip club, and they go crazy when they play that. Everything bouncing. That's what I heard when I heard that song. I just visualized mad booty bouncing
anywhere.
Huh?
You letting us know that you be at the strip club, but I said anything be bouncing when you hear that song.
I don't be at a strip club, but I just felt the energy. I'm very aware of the energies and where they are, and I just saw this mad booty bouncing. I ain't never been
to a strip club. Hi, Mom.
I ain't gonna even dignify that moment with any kind of response. Moving on. We talk for a living, we speak for a living. For that reason, I like to give you guys a word of the day to hang your hat on. So let's get into that at this very moment. Our word of the day is an adjective. And you know, it's been doing this enough that now we're getting into words that you're like, this word is pedantic. 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 I've never heard this word. It's an adjective. What I don't like is words that have the actual word in the dictionary. I mean, the word in the definition. Like, well, I looked up the word for this reason. So the first definition is of, relating to, or being pedant. Of or relating to, being pedant. So the word, that's the root word, pedantic. Second definition, narrowly, stodgily, or often ostentatiously learned. Third definition, unimaginative or dull. You should have probably started there. I think you should have just started with unimaginative or dull, because all the first two meanings you're gonna have a person flipping through the rest of the dictionary just to say what you were trying to say. Why? But quite naturally, in William Shakespeare's day, a pedant was a male school teacher. Come on, man. How we get to where we are? The word's meaning was close to that of an Italian pedante, from which the English word was adapted. Someone who was pedantic was simply a tutor or teacher, but some instructional pedants of the day must have been pompous and dull, because by the early 1600s, both of those words had gained extended senses, referring to anyone who was obnoxiously and tediously devoted to their own academic acumen. When describing arguments, pedantic can be used for instances where one relies too heavily on minor details as a way to show off one's intelligence. Now, I'm getting into this. Okay. Now, I can see people that are like this and where this word can be used. Now, again, this is a very, very descriptive word, as it's an adjective. Sounds like a word that you're going to put in writing. So this is to all my writers. Now, the people that's just randomly talking, I don't think you're going to be using this. But all my writers, my bloggers and everything, here's another word for you guys to put a feather in your hat. Let's try this in a sentence. It is always very difficult to know how to pronounce the name Van Gogh. It is not easy for someone English or American. We just don't have that sound. Then it sounds pedantic if you insist on the Dutch pronunciation. You ever met somebody like this? You ever met somebody that like go out of their way to show how smart they are? When it's not even in question. Go out their way to show you, man, I'm smart. I want to tell y'all right now, hear ye, we don't care. Just got that out the way. The trouble is that listening is a skill few diligently practice even in the best of times. Family members, friends, and colleagues may retreat into themselves, become easily distracted, or maybe get too analytical, critical, or pedantic in a subconscious attempt to control the conversation when all else is uncontrollable. Again, used in writing by Miss Kate Murphy in the New York Times. So again, this is probably one of those words that you'd be like, I heard it, and it's going to go past. You won't remember it. But for all my writers, maybe you'll use that. And that is your word of the day. We want you to motivate you guys to use these words in perhaps your everyday writing, maybe not your everyday speaking. Speaking of motivation, let's get motivated, Steph.
Good morning, family and friends. friends, I know many of you are looking for that morning motivational starter pack to get you up, prepared, and ready to take on this day. Well, as I tell you guys each and every day, there's a hero that lives inside of you. Someone who's special, someone who wants you to do something great with your life, someone who wants you to do creative work, someone who wants you to be the change in the world that you wish to see today, and that you can never be too distracted that you forget who you truly are, because the only person that's stopping you from living your best and most greatest life is who? You. Because the only person that's stopping you from living your best and most greatest life is who? You. So I have been showing, myself and, being very transparent about the things that I am not good at. Skill set just isn't there. Never worked on it before. Never cared to work on it before. I didn't need it. But nowadays I'm just like, okay, I don't know how to do it, but I like to do it, so I'm gonna do it anyway. And that is just me being fearless. But at the same time, it's also me showing other people that it doesn't matter what other people think and feel about a craft or a certain thing that you want to do and you're not good at it just yet. Do it anyway. That's why when I say if you're scared to do it anyway, I say that every single day as a reminder to you, just to let you know, like, you can still be excellent at whatever it is that you want to do. Don't let fear stop you. And I'm here to tell you today that once you start, if fear didn't stop you and you start, you could always perfect the skill. Because excellence is not a skill, it's an attitude. You could be the worst singer in the world, but if you got a good stage presence, you performing like you singing your tail off, people will feel it. If you're doing it with anything with passion and spunk and come just passion, period. Whatever you're doing with passion, people, that's what's going to come across. It doesn't matter what it is. It does. It's a certain extent to it. Yes, there is. There's a couple undertones there and layers that I just won't go into right now because it will, delay the message, and I don't have enough time to expound on that. But I just, want you guys to know, like, whatever you're afraid to do and you feel like you don't have the skill for, you can develop the skill for. You can work on the skill for it. It is not impossible to do, but it is very possible for you to be able to do whatever it is that you want to do. This is my encouragement to you. Y'all know I can't sing a lick. Well, I can't say a lick, but I'm not the best singer. Oh, but I love to sing. Guess who's going to sing? Me. At karaoke, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do some singing. You don't have to be the best at what it is that you like to do, especially if it's not something that you're trying to pursue in life as a goal. As a career, it may be something on your bucket list. Like, you may want to do something for the first time. You're not skilled at it, but you still want to do it anyway. Don't worry. Listen, 2021 was very uncertain for many of us, and I'm not teasing. And 2022, Jason living his 30 days at a time. We're gonna take this 30, and then if we still here for the next 30, we're gonna go and do what needs to be done. Then that is the same thing with life. Everything deserves its own approach, and right now you can't afford to hold back because everything is so uncertain that we cannot afford to just not do it, not step out there, face your fears, do what you want to do in your life, especially if it's just something that's burning and it's part of your desire. Sometimes the knowledge of knowing that, okay, well, people may not be accepting of this because forever I have been a nurse. I have been a nurse forever. This is what they know of me. Okay. We do understand that people do have layers to them, and it makes you that much more interesting for you to explore some other things. It makes you a lot less boring. You live in life now. You are showing the world that, okay, I'm not just one dimensional. Like, I have layers to me, and they are fun, and they are exciting, and they could be scary to some, but I will enjoy them. That's the knowledge of self. That's when you're very comfortable with yourself. You approach things totally different when you're uncomfortable with yourself. But you have to also understand that you're the leader of what it is that you're doing. Your program is written by you. You are the leader of that. You can do whatever you want to do. You can, whatever you don't know how to do, you can learn, okay? Once you stop learning, they say you're dead or you're dying. Either one. You're not doing either, so you can learn. It's still possible for you to learn a new skill, whatever it is. Cooking. We just had a woman we just talked about during the news portion of the show, and she's Down syndrome, and she bakes cookies and dog treats. She had to be taught how to do that. She didn't wake up knowing how to cook dog treats, how to bake cookies that people actually like and are buying, and she's shipping them all over the world. So whatever you think that you're not good at and is your deepest fear, and you just feel like you have these inadequacies about it, think beyond that. Think, okay, I am powerful. I can do this. Excellence is not me having a full skill right now. Excellence is me working at it and jumping over my fears and saying that I am going to make this happen. So that's your morning motivational starter pack from your girl Steph this morning. Excellence is not a skill. It's an attitude. It's an action. To all my dreamers that still believe in dream the way that I believe in dreams, continue to chase your dreams and chase your dreams until you get tired. And when you get tired of chasing your dreams, you chase them some more, and some more. And if you're scared to do it anyway.
Let's go.
Yeah. It's time for ATL weather and other random shit.
And other random. Hey, get a taste. Get a taste of this. Great morning, ATL, and happy Taco Tuesday. Get a taste. Your mouth is open. Currently 40 degrees. Feels like 34 degrees and cloudy, Atlanta. Not like yesterday where it was 100% chance of rain. It's just going to be cloudy today for a little bit. Not going to bust a grip. It will stay cloudy for the first part of the day. So you may have a hard time getting started this morning. It's cloudy. You're looking outside, like, I don't want to do it. It's darker in the house at this point. You're like, you know what? I just want to lay here a little extra time. It's going to come out at lunchtime. The sun will show. The sun will show around lunchtime. Partially, temperatures won't change very much. It's going to raise a little bit. Highs of 46 today. Expect that. But a low of 29 tonight. Burr. 29 is going to get down to the 29. So you will need those coats if you're going to stay outside or go enjoy a Taco Tuesday. Although, that'll be much, much later. So if you're coming out of some of the late night party spots in ATL, you will be experiencing some cool weather. So take a sweater, take a coat, do something like that. Now, in honor of Taco Tuesday, our random city weather report comes from Fart, Virginia. That's what he said. Fart, Virginia. That's F-A-R-T. That's right. You heard it right. Fart. Currently, 31 degrees and sunny. 31 degrees and sunny. That's a cold fart, but the old fart is going to warm up today. Expect a high of 51 and all sun, no shade whatsoever. Yeah, it's going to raise ever so slightly about midday, so you can have your tacos out on the patio. 51 degrees ain't bad, man. When it's been cold, 51 degrees can't be bad. You got on a little jacket, but don't fart in that coat because this creates a Dutch oven. That's what they say. Now it's gonna get a little colder later on and go down to 27. So be careful with those tacos out there in PU, Virginia. PU. Where Fart, Virginia is located is just outside of Lynchburg, Appomattox, Buckingham Forest area. And so you got to find, it's very small. You got to find on the map. I have no backstory on Fart, Virginia, why it's called that. I ain't never even heard of it. I'm from Virginia. I heard of the city that is next to. Never heard of that part. So PU, and I won't be going over there. Speaking of fart, Virginia, did you know the word, this is a random fact, I'll give y'all, the word fizzle started as a type of fart. The word fizzle started as a type of fart. In the 1400s, it meant to break wind quietly. So, them silent bodegas, poot, them Joes that just poot, that is a fizzle. So now, I don't want to hear none of y'all be like,
I'm so sorry, but are we serious right now?
I don't want nobody to go have tacos and fizzle.
Oh my God. I just can't with you this
Don't
morning.
be going in the elevator and slide off a fizzle.
Oh my God. It's the sound effect for me this morning.
Food. I'm such a child. I'm such a child.
Can we not right now? Can we not?
Fizzle. There you go, word of the day.
Okay.
F-I-Z-Z-L-E.
And sadly enough, I've heard this.
It's worse.
It's
fizzle.
in the country. It's in the country.
It's somebody running fast, but it's a fizzle. Yep. So that's what y'all about to do out here on Taco Tuesday. Go hard body on your tacos and fizzle on someone. You better not fizzle on nobody get slapped.
Oh my gosh.
Did you just fizzle? Coming up here smelling like a fizzle. Oh my God, fizzle shall be used.
Why am I entertaining this?
You like, oh, you brush your teeth.
It
smell
is.
Like fizzle.
Oh my God.
Oh, fizzle mouth. Oh boy, I'm gonna have a time with that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, fizzle mouth.
It is so here in Tennessee.
Oh God.
That's what we call them.
Hilarious. Y'all call it a fizzle in Tennessee? Oh my God.
Not everybody, but I've heard it plenty of times.
Oh my God. Shamian said, fizzled out makes sense now. That's what I'm saying. Hey, the relationship was going great, but then it fizzled out. That's right.
I'm not done. I'm done.
Yeah. So I hope we go strong and never fizzle out, you guys. I don't want the show to fizzle out, so I'm gonna get off of it now. Shout out to Fort Virginia. This is a segment created and brought to you by the Morning Coffee Swig. So if you hear anywhere else, best believe they copied that.
They copied that. Oh my gosh.
They copied that. They copied that. Fizzle. All right, man. Listen, we're gonna take a little break. You know what it is. It's the Morning Coffee Swig. We'll be back, and we won't fizzle out.
Hey, what's up? This your girl, Queen Quinn, from the new show called Next Now Presents Next Up. We'll be bringing you segments like Questions from the 8 and Street Dreamer. Be sure to tune in Saturdays at 5 p.m. on Next 100 and Next 101, where we treat indies like majors. Powered by IBNX Radio Network.
Running up this money been a breeze. Flew her and she me till she leave. She didn't fall in love, I'm selling dreams. I done fell in love with buying jeans. Hate, I found a love for sipping lean. Girl got faster than a demon. New G-Wagon with no key. Put baguettes in my AP. I ain't playing them out, they leave. You know I pay for keys. Treat my brothers like they me. Had to make myself a boss and ain't no working me. I invest a couple meal and let my money work for me. Know they hate the way it happened, probably somewhat cursing me. I don't know nothing about no killing, all I know is murder beats. I got rich and understand my next 3 cars gon' be a lease. I ain't never losing sleep about no beef, I roll in peace. I put diamonds in my teeth, came from grinding in the street. Get a load and break it down and sell it all and then repeat it. Pray to God for all the dogs behind the wall, they need their freedom. When I be on TV and perform, I hope they see me. Once it's up, it's stuck, we get over on not hit even. Forgiato rims on my dually, I rock diesel. Only rock Amiris with my Tim's, not no diesel. Got some up in Philly, play with birds like they eagles. She keep saying I'm the man, that boosting on my ego. Still in Atlanta, selling bags like they ego. I'm just saying. How you try to run off with the wave and you ain't surfing? Gave them all the drip, still acting thirsty. I ain't even counted up to see what I'm worth yet. All I know is put it up and keep on working. I can't even hold ya, I been getting loaded. Devil on my shoulders, God got my back so I keep on rolling. Yeah, drop top McLaren, ooh, everybody staring. Living from the hood, turn it to the man. Get a lot of money, try to stuff it in my pants. I might do the whoa, I don't dance. Rings on my hand cost a fortune. Shout out to my mama, no abortion. D-boy, white Air Forces, different kind of bags, I got choice flavors. And I got the swag for a lower ticket. Think I'm hearing voices in my head saying kill him. No she'll forgive me, I'm one of the real ones. Really from the trenches, turn $1 to a nickel. Baddest of the baddest, guess I got a way to pick 'em. Tries, then we smash them, then they go to playing victims. I don't know what happened, all I know is he got hit up. I'ma need a napkin, chain dripping, VV's lit up. I'ma get the money and go hard long as I get up. We gon' beat the trial, I told her brother do some sit-ups. Win, 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 no lose or draw, I never give up. Do what you bangin', what you claimin', throw that shit up. Baby. How you try to run off with the wave and you ain't surfing? Gave him all the drip, you still acting thirsty. I ain't even counted up to see what I'm worth yet. All I know is put it up and keep on working. I can't even hold ya, I been getting loaded. Devil on my shoulders, God got my back so I keep on rolling. Yeah.
ATL's Next 100. Listen.
This how we
Next
do it.
100.
Don't touch that dial.
What's poppin', family? It's your homegirl, Terrence Simone.
Latoria G.
And Miss Caprice.
We're here to tell you about our hot new show, Next Now, Weekend Edition.
With segments like Giving You the Business and Whoop Child.
Tune in every Saturday and Sundays, 10 to 12 on Atlanta's Next 100.
Right here on IBNX Radio Network.
Our community, our station.
Powered by IBNXRadioNetwork.com.
Check it out.
Next 100.
What's cracking? You already know who it is. Your boy Big Tuck, Freight Train Tuck, Astro World is 9 session. You understand? I'm the dean of this here. I got this.
Yeah, parked the days in and taking no days in. Yeah, don't need a vacation, I need a replacement. Busting the lights out soon as we came in. Yeah, what are they talking about? What is pertaining? Yeah, need me a therapist to ask if I'm aging. Is it me? Do you feel caved in? All of my demons invading. I live paranoid, hesitating. They biting the cadence. Go out their way, it's okay. Just like the girls at the basement. I got a gate with my face in it.
Brand new, this new place I got to. New world, new sky, that's so blue, it's black too. New growth, all these phases I outgrew. Blue bands, get my cash from drive-thru. Boy, you're too flash, keep the flash minimal. I'm too cold, see my breath visible.
Yeah, icy cold, it is so icy cold. Yeah. Mixing the water with cheese is making the money get mold. Yeah. Trying to be like gang, you better go get it in vogue. Yeah. Put 84s on lanes, I ride by, you think it is spokes. We did it, we said it, we spoke. Yeah. We put it out, thought it was smoke. This 504. This is at home, right down the street from Alamo.
Moving in silence don't mean it moving slow, even though the speed got old. Sprinkling methamphetamines on the leaves like the snow, but they soak. I'm a new species that swings on the road. Come to reach and lose boat. Got springs like a toad, suffer free in the toad.
Suck you drown like brown white diamonds. Paris. Yeah. Poppy sound mic got 2 wings. Paris. Alright. Landing down when caught 2 wings. It's lit. Time to scrape lift the stage 2 wings. Yeah. Better pray 2 wings. Brand new, this new place I got to. New world, new sky, that's so blue, it's black too. New growth, all these phases I outgrew. Blue bands, get my cash from drop through. Boy, you're too flash, keep the flash minimal. I'm too cold, see my breath visible.
Dress it up and make it real for me. Whatever that means. Dirty something in the styrofoam. Spend a day to get my mind blown. Dress it up and go to Nassau. 200 miles on the dash. Gotta roll a pound up a gas. Switching lanes in the Grand Rapids. We the one that kept it cool without it. Till you start acting. Should've like a film, man, I'm moving. Gonna let them have it. We ballin' like the March Madness. All this cop shit, make it tragic. I don't wanna live in lavish. Like I'm playing for the Mavericks. I don't want it might have made me even though she average. Dirty money in the cook. 45 I'm a good. We young in the cook. Take you out for some joints. Count the money, no rush. I'm on the one-way flush. Loud pack smelling mustard. Police can't touch me. Can't touch me. Can't touch me. Apply the pressure with the VBS. I try to fall like it was a ship. Try to fall like it was a ship. Lift it up and gonna know it's set. The cougar like she Holly Berry. Future hit the dirty spray legendary. Dirty something in the styrofoam. Spend a day to get my mind blown. Dress it up and go to Nassau. 200 miles on the dash. Gotta roll a pound up a gas. Switching lanes in the Grand Rapids. We the one that kept it cool without it. Till you start acting. Should've like a film, man, I'm moving. Gonna let them have it. We ballin' like the March Madness. All this cop shit tragic. I don't wanna live in lavish. Like I'm playing for the Mavericks. I don't want it might have made me even though she average. On the basic, we gon' wake up and she gon' keep it so real with her that I'ma come back and always in the curve and the spread like a motor bus. I was working and serving in Nautica. Mercury, I teach you that recipe. Around, you gon' be out of here. Make it say, huh, like a nigga with jewelry. Soon as that word hit the city, we move it. Post up in
morning, ATL. Getting into it is almost second hour. Second hour flowers, welcome in. Welcome. A lot of y'all, this is right on time. It's like y'all alarm clock. Man. You know y'all can set the show's alarm clock. I don't know if you know this. Show starts at 8. Might be a little bit late for you guys. But you can set the station as an alarm clock, especially for those that listen to us on TuneIn. You can go there and say set as alarm, and it will come on at a certain time. And you'll never miss a show. And that's good. So you get the audio before you're going to log in and watch. For those of you that are on YouTube, good morning. Facebook, good morning. Those that continue to watch us and those that are watching this now on a replay, appreciate you. It's time. Every day I'm going to tell you something that's on my mind, something I've been thinking about, something I'm feeling, something I may have experienced. And it's what has me on the edge. Let's get into it. So, Steph talked about something in our morning motivational a little bit, right? But this ain't something I've been thinking about. What is that? There's a subject, there's something that you know a little bit about, and you have an interest in, but you never gone the extra step to learn more about it or look into it a little bit more and get more in depth into that knowledge. And for whatever reason, this may be something you've been thinking about, you've been on the tip of for your life, or maybe you just discovered it during the pandemic, maybe. So what is that thing? What is something you want to learn more about? What is something that, there are things that, for me, there are things that I know a little bit about. I'd be like, man, you know what, when I get time, I'm a dig into that a little bit deeper. I want to know more about that. Or I want to understand this better. And it may not be it may be a subject, it may be self, it may be others that you want to learn more about, but what is that thing? Whatever it is, I want to encourage everybody to explore it. Explore it. Explore it. I mean, we see on Netflix, we see on Facebook all the time, hey, what's the new Netflix, show out? I need something new to watch on Amazon or on Hulu or whatever. But nobody really asks, hey, man, I need a new subject to research. I need a new fact to get deeper into. I think that would seem as a weird question, but we should normalize that. Normalize getting knowledge. We walk around here stupid. We walk around here like knowing just a little bit about something. And get the nerve to get into a whole conversation as if you have this deep knowledge about it. I've seen it. People will argue about something they know a little bit about. Don't have none of the facts. Why don't we normalize getting smarter? Normalize getting better at something intellectual. I don't know. Maybe I'm a weirdo. Maybe I'm totally off base here. But I'm just thinking, what is something that you want to learn more about? And how are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it? Are you in practice? There are things that there's a list of things. There's not just one thing. I'm a data junkie. I always want to know more about something. But hence random facts and things that I be dropping on y'all every day. I'm a big knowledge guy, big old egghead. But yeah, man. What is it? What is that thing? What is that thing? So that is what has me on the edge today is there are things that I want to know more about that I need to go ahead and not fizzle out and just start learning more about those things, whatever that is. And I encourage everybody else to explore. Second hour flowers. Everybody that starts with us in the beginning, I want y'all to explore whatever that thing is. I want to encourage you, give you a little kick in the butt. Maybe shut that social media site down and Google something. Look up something. Get caught in the rabbit hole of information. Sometimes you know how you look up one thing and it leads to this, leads that, leads to that. Do that on purpose. Do it on purpose today. Just get caught up. Caught up in, like, before you know, you be like, man, I got all this information. Now you become a better conversation. I'm telling you, all this stuff makes you a better person and a rounder person. So whatever it is. And again, I may be off base, but that's what I'm thinking about. That's what has me on edge. Speaking of exploring, We're gonna explore the possibilities.
I think I was on mute, but I agree with that 110%, and I'm glad that you even discussed that. I think sometimes it be in the back of your mind, sometimes it's in the back of people's mind, but it's not until somebody actually vocalize a way to do it, or that it's okay. Not that they need validation, it's a confirmation. It's like, oh, I've been wanting to do that anyway. But just hearing you speak about it today, which should just help somebody. I know it did.
No doubt. All right, that's good. Then now I'm not totally off base. Sometimes I feel like I'm a weirdo. I'm out here on this limb by myself. But yeah, man, let's get lost in the information. It's so much out there. We just be walking around stupid. You got a whole supercomputer in your hand, the world's information in your hand. You sending out unicorn emojis. It just don't make no sense to me. Like, go learn something. You know what I mean? Go learn something, please, all of us. Like, you know what? I didn't even know. Because one of those things, and this happens to me sometimes, I always think that if you could conceive it, if you could think about it, then somebody may have done it or may have created it or whatever. You'd be like, you know what? I need a thing that does this. And I'll Google it and be like, hey, they actually make this thing. I'll order it. You know what I'm saying? That happens sometimes. It's like, I need this to be easier. You know what would be great? This would be great. Then you look up and then it's not there. Then you think about, all right, well, I want to invent it. How do I go about that? Now there's a whole lot of knowledge that you're going to, you can go down and learn, like, and you decide whether you want to go the next step or not. But now you have all this information, and now you're like, yeah, man, if you want to invent something, this is how you do it. I can set it up for you. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm not rambling, but you know me. I'm just data, just a lot of information.
It makes sense.
It's all swirling around in his head. I'm crazy. Moving on. Speaking of exploring, I want you guys to explore your local area. And how do we do that? We highlight something here on our local Swig. So what you got for me today, Steph?
All right, y'all. So today's local Swig, because it is Taco Tuesday, we have tacos and tequila. That's the name of it. Tacos and tequila. This is a Mexican grill. Of course, you can see what's cooking over here. You got to check them out, y'all. So they're selling everything that you would need for a nice Taco Tuesday. We talked about doing something different. We give you guys these locations to go to. We tell you to let us know if you went to these locations and got your food. You can take a picture of the food, take a picture of you being there, and make sure you add us and mention us in it. We love mentions. We love ats. So of course, you know, they have the chicken fajitas, the shrimp chicken fajitas, the shrimp tacos, the steak tacos, the regular authentic tacos, and of course, you cannot have a taco without tequila. You can't have a taco without tequila, but it's good to have a taco with tequila because they go hand in hand. The Jose Cuervo, and let me get a veggie fajita. Heavy on the vegetables. For me. Just as for me, extra sour cream, extra salsa, extra cilantro. That's me. But they do have so many things on the menu. Go and check them out, y'all. Let me give you guys the location. Location is going to be 650 Ponce de Leon Avenue, Northeast Atlanta, Georgia. That's 650 Ponce de Leon, Northeast. That's ATL, Georgia. 30308. 30308. So if you type it in, tacos and tequila, several of them may come up. You have one in Roswell, Cummings, as well as Buford, Georgia. So if anybody is listening and you're near those areas are more, convenient for you. Like I said, Buford, Georgia, Cummings, Georgia, Buckhead, and Atlanta. So you got Ponce de Leon. That's the one we're talking about for today. If you needed to contact them, you can call them at 770-614-9916. That's 770-614-9916, and they open at 11 o'clock. They start opening at 11 o'clock and don't close until 10 o'clock. So from 11 to 10, you guys could get your tacos on this Taco Tuesday, and that is your local Swig for today. Tacos and tequila.
Tacos and tequila!
I knew that was coming, that whole soundage situation.
Yeah. Get you some tacos and tequila. Taco. Just want to walk in a place and do that one. I'm just walk into a place and do that and order tacos. They be like, sir, that is a bit racist. I'm like, you're right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It is.
Give me some nachos. That's what's going to happen. I'm crazy, man. Anyway, it is time to get into for our second hour flowers. We do the first hour, we'll give you some news. Second hour, we give you our top swigs. Let's get into top stories. What you got for me today, Steph?
All right, so we talked about Donald Trump in the beginning. We discussed him already being, they're now invoking the 25th Amendment against Donald Trump. Basically, what Pence is going to do is deem him to be unfit for office and assume the powers and responsibility as the president. So Pence is going to get his shot at becoming president just before this inauguration takes place on the 20th. That is still a scary sight following this riot and everything and all of the ramifications that's coming along from that. Everything that's coming along from that right now is scary, y'all. We talk about it, but it's a very scary situation when you have people that are as delusional as the person that's causing it. It's like a rumor that started to believe itself and then grew, tentacles.
I got questions. Will Pence then pick up all the benefits of being a president?
I don't know that for sure. I was hoping you get.
I wonder, that made me think. Remember, I'm a data junkie. I was like, immediately like, wait. If you say now I'm president, even if I'm president for 7 days, do I now get this $100,000 a year pension for the rest of my life and Secret Service messages and all this stuff? I wonder. Or what's the vice president's pension? He already has to have a. Does he have a pension I wonder.
I'm sure he has something, but and due to this being him being impeached, it's like, okay, like, do you now carry on with those duties as president and you're actually compensated as of the 20th, as a president or a vice president? Because technically you're a president. Even if it was for 2 seconds, you're a vice president. See, the way I'm set up, I need to speak to the manager. I'm going to call corporate. I need to call corporate and see if somebody can change my pay. But still discussing the riot, we talked about the riot and how the fallout is still among us, and so many people are still talking about it because so many things are uncovering from the actors, the people that were actually involved and the people that knew beforehand. Well, one of the protesters, I don't even want to call them rioters. His name is Jacob Chansley, aka Jake and Jelly. He's an Arizona man, and he went up for court for charges related to storming the U.S. Capitol, and his mother goes up and say, well, he hasn't eaten since Friday. And they're like, why? And she's like, because the detention facility won't feed him organic food. Do what? I beg your pardon.
Don't beg.
So he's not eating because they won't feed him organic food.
Hey man, some people, man.
This is beyond me to even ask, not as a mother, but due to the nature of the crime, I don't even think she should have been able to speak because you wasn't there. He's an adult. You wasn't there. You should have had no say. He hasn't eaten since Friday. Okay, they have Jell-O. Organic or not, water is organic.
You eat my Jell-O?
You can eat. He can eat. He's probably being stopped from eating. He just ain't telling you that part. But all right, so moving on, Dr. Dre was placed into the hospital for a brain aneurysm. And
I saw that, yo.
Yo, we were afraid all last week, me amongst a lot of, hip-hop, other, hip-hop heads, but not just hip-hop heads, those that, love business or just love people, just know about it in anyway, and respects Dr. Dre for all the contributions that he's done. He had a brain aneurysm, and they were saying, he was in ICU, wasn't looking too good. Well, he's still in ICU, but Ice-T, posted on his social media saying, I just talked to Dre. Dre is good. He's recovering. So that's what we're going through. Of course, everybody's blaming his wife. Well, if she hadn't been trying to take all of his money, his brain wouldn't have tried to pop out his head. You know, of course, you're going to have people saying all kind of stuff. But the main thing is he's actually doing better. And, you know, we don't feel like 2020 is just a real doozy. I mean, 2021 is such a doozy because of the way that 2020 ended with so many deaths. If you guys missed it on yesterday, speaking of deaths, we are at 65,000 more deaths between now and the 31st. So between now and the 31st, it's projected that 65,000 more people will be, you know, deceased from the coronavirus. So if you guys are not protecting yourself, this is now the time to do it very seriously, because those numbers from, you know, New Year's parties, Christmas, holidays, all of the holiday fallout is now among us. So, and it's uncontrollable. It's becoming very overwhelming. Well, it's already been overwhelming for doctors, but it's becoming even more overwhelming. I just want to, you know, let y'all know that, of course, R. Kelly celebrated his birthday from jail with a snippet of music. I wish we had that snippet, but I'm sure it's not appropriate for this morning's show. But so yeah,
protecting my booty.
Oh, whoa. Okay, so there we have it from Jason. You know, he got to get his in. I expected something like that, though. So everybody's talking about Lori Harvey right now and Michael B. Jordan.
Booty.
Michael B. Jordan is like fine. He is considered the sexiest man alive, according to reports and magazines and everybody else. Even if I asked my mom, she'd probably be like, "Who, Chad? That Michael B. Jordan, Killmonger."
I think y'all would have walked by that boy if he was in y'all neighborhood. But carry on.
I don't think so. His demeanor is too rich. His demeanor is rich. He has a rich demeanor about him, not in finances, but his demeanor is very like royal, and he has a presence, a very strong presence, without him being, you know, the sexiest man alive. Because I never looked at him as the sexiest man alive. Honestly, he's never been the sexiest man alive for me. When they was, you know, Matthew McConaughey, I have my own personal preferences as to like the sexiest man alive, but for him to get it, I'm like, okay, because whoever said that John Legend was, never mind. Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey are now a thing, right? They have supposedly confirmed their relationship by both of them posting pictures on their Instagram of the two together. Now, the thing is, everybody's saying because she has dealt with multiple high-profile men that, you know, she's
I got questions. Is all these dudes dusting her off? That's my question. Has she been dusted off by all these?
I don't think so.
I got questions. That's my question.
I honestly do
you
not
know,
think
we just
so.
assume. Okay, yeah, because some of them she been with for, it's like, it seems like it's a day, and then it's like, oh no, she really with this guy, and then she really with this guy. So I don't know how much of this is really tabloid and how much she really jumping off. Maybe she just going around and be like, hey man, I'm gonna just knock off the whole bucket list, and then I'm gonna settle in. Hashtag
okay,
hotels.
so with the level of intelligence from her mother and father, well, stepfather, it's her father, with what they know, and I'll say this, not intelligence, well, I'll still say intelligence because they do have a level of intelligence that, I mean, I love both of them, but with what they know and what they have learned and seen over time, I think they have given her their blessing and the okay to actually explore dating as a young woman with suitors. And one thing I can say, because yeah, you say that they've been dusted off, that's such an assumption, but I think that it should be okay for women to be able to date multiple men and it be okay. But not only that, we have never heard anything bad about Lori Harvey from none of these men. Not one of these men have ever said anything bad about her. Not a peep, not a photo, not a text message, nothing ever.
Yeah,
and it seems as though all of them still want her because there's something special about this young woman, and I think she really does have something very special about her, like that makes a man want to, you know, pursue her because they don't care about the other guys. You know, obviously they don't care. for a reason.
I couldn't figure out a lineup right now.
I don't think.
I couldn't figure out a lineup right now. Like, yeah, I mean, again, I have no interest. And she's like 12, ain't she? Like, how old is she? I don't know. I'm not looking at this looker.
She's like 12. She's 23.
Yeah,
she's dated Puff. She's dated Puff Daddy, Michael B. Jordan.
Which is disturbing.
And it said to have dated his son first. I don't know how true that is. I don't know. Maybe they were just talking and she's just like, yeah, you're too young for me. I'm not interested. Where's your father? And then you have Future. And then you have Trey Songz. And Trey Songz was very public about, like, I love this girl. Like, I really love her. So it's something about her that makes men go crazy. You know, no one knows what it is, but whatever it is, it's a thing. And, you know, I actually feel like that I think it's okay. Vogue magazine responds to criticism surrounding recent talk about Kamala Harris covering, you know, basically she did the cover and she was, you know, it was authentic, approachable, nature inspired, yada yada, but people were giving that backlash and giving their opinion as always. But luckily they came to her defense. This is the thing, y'all. Sometimes when you do certain things in the public eye and people ridicule you for it, the people that you did it with or for, they never come to your defense. So Vogue has come to her defense and responded on her behalf, and we will post that story so that you guys could, you know, take a look at it and digest it as you see fit. And those are some of your top stories for today on Morning Coffee Swig. Of course, we got to get into the coffee talk, but so I just needed to give you guys that. $600 stimulus checks went out. Of course, you know, when Biden gets into office, he's supposed to give out the $2,000, and I'm telling you guys this because if you're receiving unemployment, or if you are a small business and you feel like you're drowning, or if just a regular American that has lost their job, lost their way, you know, lost wages and are not being helped from our government, even though you pay taxes, maybe some help is on the way. Stay in this fight, stay encouraged, please. And those are your top swigs for this morning. If there's anything I didn't get a chance to talk about, make sure you guys shoot me a message for tomorrow's episode. Shoot me a message. You know, you can hit me up on Instagram or Facebook just to let me know, hey, look, this is a story that I would love for you to cover or discuss and talk about. So,
all right. So, hey, look, so I was asking about the vice president. It's funny. Again, we talked about the things that you want to learn more about. I saw you show me on. She said, why do men think we do the stuff they do? We don't dust off everyone we date.
Right.
Yeah, again, this is just a question. Has it gone down? It's been very public. But anyway, moving on. The vice president does get a pension. It's a little different. It said it's based on his years of service in politics. So it's like what's his name, Biden, because he's had 43 years in politics, he got $1 million. He gets the president gets Secret Service, has Secret Service for life. The vice president gets it for 6 months. It can be extended by Homeland Security, but you get it for 6 months. And they live in the Victorian house or whatever. There's a mansion that's next door, or a little bit away from the vice president, from the president's house. Again, things that y'all might know, but I had no interest in it before at all. It's just something that popped in my head. The salary, it's fluid. The president's salary is capped at $400,000. The vice president, it said it was kind of fluid. Mike Pence was like $235 last year, and it went up to like $243 or whatever. So $243,000 a year. So that is the salary for the vice president. So there you go. I had no clue, didn't think about it, but since we were talking about it and we've been talking about acquiring more knowledge, I thought I'd share those random things that I looked up. So it's time to sit around the table, stir the coffee pot, grab our coffee mugs, and have a little coffee talk. We have all had them, Steph. And Steph, I know you can relate to this. We have all had them. Looking back, what has been a stupid minor or insignificant disagreement or argument, or beef you have had in the past? What is something that you can look at? And I think we probably highlighted this even more because of 2020 and you've lost all these people. Can you look back at something and be like, you know what? Why were we beefing over that? Why do we have a disagreement over that? That was so stupid. And I want to hear from y'all too. Y'all, something that was so minor, like somebody said, you think about it, like, because people have these insignificant violations, personal violations, like, nah, he violated. You ate food off my plate and didn't ask. Oh, you just rude. I don't want to talk to you. This is the time when you use your mute button. So I'm curious to hear, and like I said, everybody has one. We could share some. I'm trying to think. Okay, as kids, me and one of my partners, we got in an argument and didn't talk for probably a week. This is very stupid. So it's cold, it snowed, the ice and everything. You know, the water runs out of the gutter, right? Water run out of the gutter, and because it's cold, it freezes, right? So we had this outside the gutter at my house. It was this big block of ice, this big crazy formation, like the water had splashed out and froze in midair or something. It was crazy. It looked like a sculpture or something. And me and my boy discover it at the same time, but it's in front of my house, right? We're like, oh, this is dope. And he wants to take it to his house as his. I'm like, no, you ain't taking it. This is mine. It's at my house. Now, he's older than me. We get to arguing over this block of ice, and we get a fight. We get in a fight over this little block of ice. And again, we little kids, but this is my best friend, and we are fighting over this little block of ice. And we ain't talking. I couldn't believe he wanted to take something from me because he's older than me. He's a big homie, and I couldn't believe, like, I was more hurt that you wanted to take something from me, and you wanted to fight me over it. And it was more like for real. And this is a very young age, and it that moment, although it's very minor, I can look back at it so stupid, but it also let me know something. I was like, wait, I like grew up real fast in that moment. I'm talking about I'm 6, 7, maybe 8 years old. Nah, he like 10. Yeah, I'm like 6, 7 years old. I'm real young. But in that moment, I was like, yo, your best friend will fight you. Your best friend, so you gotta watch your back. And you gotta keep arm's length from even your friends. And I'm young, and I get this message. And I never forgot that moment, although we got over it, but I applied that moment, which is some kid stuff, and I applied it as an adult too. It's like, nah, your best friend will fight you. So the best friend thing. I don't know. You be careful with that terminology. It took me a long time. I'm talking about adult to get back to even thinking like best friend for real. It took a long time. So again, minor. I can look back at it and laugh about it now. It's stupid. But we had that argument. I had another argument. I got a thing about words. Y'all know that on this show. I got a thing about words. And it's certain things you ain't gonna say to me because of what those words and those phrases mean. And so once you say it, I'd be like, you sure you mean that? Before I react to that, I'm gonna say what you said again and ask you sure that you mean that? Because I'm gonna treat you according to that statement. And he was so mad, he said it again. We ain't talked for like 2.5 years. I ain't get mad. I'm like, that's what's up. It was on the phone. I said, that's what's up. We got on the phone. And like 2.5 years we ain't talked. Because you said that. And like, if you gonna live in that statement. You said that, I bet. Live it. And now I look back, if something had happened to him, something happened to me during that time, it'd been the worst thing ever. I look back at it and be like, we could have got over it then. You know what I'm saying? We could have talked it out. Why were you even feeling that way? Whatever. But I was so hard. Like, nah, all right. Word? That's your word. You know, on some street. That's your word? That's what you mean? All right, bet. Skip. And we ain't talked forever. Now when you look back at it, it is so stupid. The violation is still a violation. And I still kind of feel that way about that violation. But I think it was stupid. I can look back at it. He said the phrase, so y'all know, he said F me. Yeah, he cursed at me and said that. And I'm like, word? That's your word? You saying that to me? Bet. Then forget me forever. And I did. So that was bad. But anyway, Steph, I know you got one. I know you got some, because you done talked about it before. I know you got some insignificant arguments. And you got siblings. What's a violation? Oh, I hate you. Can't say that to me either. That's another phrase. I hate you. Bet not ever say you hate me.
Yeah, that was eliminated from my vocabulary as a child. Like, as a child,
boy,
you couldn't say the word hate in the house. Like, if you said that was followed normally by a whooping. I would say being called a liar. I despise it.
That's your violation.
I despise liars, and I despise being called one. Because this situation here, what we're talking about, does not define me as a person. Doesn't define anything I've done up until now. I promise you, because the situation is not that serious. But I think when someone calls me a liar, it's kind of like a trigger from when I was a kid. And, you know, we couldn't say lie in the house. Or, you know, being a liar was so condemned. It's like, so now as an adult, it's like, you can't call me that.
Wait, you couldn't say hate? You couldn't say lie? What else you couldn't say in the house? Because we had a lie, hate, what else?
Lie, hate,
we couldn't say piss. Shut up. Okay, we couldn't say piss. Can't say pissed off. You better not say pissed off. You better say ticked off. Okay, and you better be careful with that one. We couldn't say dag. You can't say dag. Dag. You couldn't. What? Because if you say dag, you want to say damn.
Yeah. Was eliminated from my household.
Yep. You can't say yeah. Like, it do something to me now.
Household.
It do something to me now to hear kids say yeah to somebody. Yeah. What? I don't even say yeah to no adult. You don't say
exactly. Like, I don't even have the privilege to do that.
You better not say yeah. Well, who you talking to? I punch you in your face. I be want to punch other people's kids. Say yeah to me again. You better. I punch you right in your mouth. Say yeah. It feel like disrespect. It feel like you ain't got no manners. Exactly. But anyway, that's a whole sidebar. But yeah, there were things. Shout out to y'all. Anybody else could say these words in your house? Let us know.
Being called a liar, I had somebody call me a liar, and that really, rubbed me the wrong way. Like, it really rubbed me the wrong way, especially when they know that I'm not a liar. That pissed me off. I didn't talk to that person again. Money, I've had issues with friends over money. I think those were the stupidest.
Small amount, large amounts. Just. I agree. It doesn't even matter how much the amount is. I just think having you're right. Falling.
It's in the hundreds, not the thousands. Yeah, it's in the hundreds, not the thousands. And I just, sometimes the people that you're around or the people that you love, them already. So, don't do anything. If you can save the friendship by not doing something that they're hurting themselves doing, then don't do it. Like, if your friend don't normally keep a job, don't like to give money back, don't give it to him or him or her, because you're going to ruin the relationship, and it's something that you can actually help. Like, look, I don't have it, but I can help you get it. Help them look for it. Give them other options. Tell them to call this person and that person, and like, brainstorm it through before you just give your bottom dollar. Let me see another incident where a person and I had a disagreement, and it caused us to never speak again.
It's significant though. I'm saying, because this is what I'm saying. Like, we can look back at stuff now, especially after the year we just had, and we can look back at stuff now, not stuff that you still feel like it was justified, just stuff you can look back at now and be like, you know what, that was kind of crazy that we even had that problem. Or what other little violations that you have? What are the things that you think, like you said, liar? There's something else that's a very small violation. If they do it, you be like, I don't want you, don't turn your back on me. Like, we talking. Don't turn your back on me. Like, now, that could be a very small thing. But in the moment, especially when you do it, in the moment, it's like you punch my mama. That's how I feel. Like, I know you ain't just turn your back on me. It feels like the ultimate disrespect. But now when you look at it, you're like, that's stupid, man. It's like,
not believing in me is a thing for me. It's a thing. Or, well, I wouldn't say not believing in me. I would say not clapping for me as publicly. Because I feel like that's shady. I feel like
so this is a small violation that is considered a big violation for you.
I done cut so many people off for that. Like, I don't need this privacy we have. You know what I'm saying? Like, this privacy level of love and adoration and, you know, respect. We have a private relationship of that. But I always clap for you in public. I'm rooting you up. I'm consistently, like, making sure that I show people that I support you. But not just them, but you, that I support you and actually support you. But you have never done the same. Either you're a hater, or you done talk so bad about me to other people that you can't be seen in public doing it. You know what I'm saying? You cannot show the love for me in public because of the things that you've said in private to somebody else. Which brings me to my next thing. Don't discuss my business to your friends, because your friends are not my friends. You are my friend.
Well, that is a violation, but your best friend got a best friend. Remember, I learned that when I was 7 too.
I learned that too. Your best friend got a best friend, or now friend. Because if you know your best friend, like you know your best friend, your best friend ain't got another best friend. She just got a whole bunch of friends that come and go. And guess what your business is doing? It's coming and it's going. So you got to know when to cut that source off and say, all right, this is, you know.
I ain't telling you nothing. I ain't gonna tell you nothing. Let's keep my mouth shut. Nah, we ain't cool with it. But so I want y'all. I ain't hearing from y'all because I know Charmian. I know you got one. I know you got a violation that you can look back on now and be like, you know what? That wasn't even really that major.
Check this one out. The treatment of I felt like one of my friends was allowing her dude of choice that I didn't think of was a good choice for her. She was allowing her dude of choice to kind of drag her. And I'm like, he ain't even that dude to be doing that. So we kind of went back and forth about that. And the relationship just fizzled out.
Fizzle. That is a buzzword. Like people play house.
But we stopped talking.
I think that one right there, probably happens more often than not. Not in the same way, but something to do with a dude and a chick. You know what I mean? Like, girl, I don't like him. Oh, why you don't like him? Now you gonna tell me you don't like? You just want to get with him, and now y'all done split and I've been friends for whatever, and y'all come back together when y'all break up, or
when they break up, right?
People get with. This happens to a lot of. I hear it happen with women a lot. It may happen with men too, where when they not in a relationship, they're around all the time. They like, we friends, girl. Tell me what's going on with you. How's your life? And then as soon as they get a little boyfriend or something, they be like, you don't hear nothing from them. They ain't your friend no more. You call them like, girl, I can't talk. It's like, don't lose your friends for your boyfriend, because 9 times out of 10 that boyfriend gonna dip. You ain't gonna stick around.
And your friends and your friends, they still gonna.
And you lost all your friends because you was. So every time you get in a relationship, you lose friends. So then your friends start figuring that out. You end up with one person that's still cool with you, and they probably be your sister or something.
Yes, right, exactly. I think it could be taken out of context, when you have friends that are single, have always been single, and will continue to be single, but because they are not girlfriend material. Now that's also something different, because maybe you did need to switch your circle, and that circle is not, you've outgrown that circle, and that circle no longer fits you.
Write that down. That's a coffee talk. That's a whole other coffee talk. I got an idea on that. That gave me a whole idea.
Yeah, I mean, because you can outgrow circles. Yeah, you can. I'm just saying, you can outgrow a circle, because now you're in this relationship. This person is, discussing things with you and talking to you in a way that you've never been spoken to before, and you like it, and he's a man, and it's contrary to everything that you and your girlfriends talk about, or the men that they meet, the caliber of men that they meet. So now you kind of step aside, like, all right, I can't take none of these heathens, around his people, because that I can't mix them. I can't mix them, because he might start thinking I'm one of them, and I am not one of them. So I can't mix them. You know what I'm saying? So I have to keep my distance. But yeah, we need to definitely talk about that. Before I go any further, because I was ready to go into that.
Yeah. Hold on to that. David said I was petty for the turn your back. Turn your back. I was real petty for getting mad when somebody turn your back. You might get busted back your head, turn your back on me at the wrong time. I'm all in the back of your head.
That is petty.
You shouldn't have did it. Don't you turn your back on me.
Because I would rather turn my back on you than to look at you and be looking crazy. Or it escalates.
I almost slapped a vendor at a baseball game for turning his back on me. So it's really bad. That's grown. I was grown with that. Boy, I drag. You bet not. No, for real, Steph, that could be hidden in gym. It couldn't be hidden envy. He was responding to something you had said before. Too much envy around you will sick your ship. Shawmia said, I moved so much as a kid. Yes. Yeah, discussing your business. I moved so much as a kid.
Not able to,
cheer for you
in public.
Yes, correct. Said, I moved so much as a kid that I just move on and forget folks. I just move on. David said that, he said, I can honestly say I have no regrets, but one of my cutoffs came from someone taking my 2-second calibration instrument for which one would measure, I guess 2 seconds. But it's like it was my extra one. But little does the plot know I had been watching for months with new eyes, and bruh wasn't my guy like I was his, and he had to go. So it was just, he had already been watching old boy. It was like, you ain't really my dude. And then he did this. It'd be like, I see.
I knew it. I knowed it.
I had this was a kid had a birthday party, like sleepover birthday party, and it was a friend of mine. I thought was a friend of mine, and he stole. I had like a little pocket knife or whatever, and homie stole my pocket knife at the house. We kids. And to this very day, we ain't never been like friends since that. Like, I know him, and I'm cool with it. I got closer to his sister. That might have been my get back. I got close. Yeah, right now I think about it, I got real close to his sister.
Oh, he said so. That he's wrong.
But he took my pocket knife, and we was kids. I'm talking probably 12 years old. But for real, from now, like, that's a violation, yo. You stole from in my house. We done fed you breakfast, dinner. You done let you stay over here. You know what I'm saying? I invited you, dog. You don't live on this street. You was my friend from church, from somewhere else, and I invited you over here. You done stole from me, bro. We ain't never been cool since. That's kind of crazy. I don't feel no kind of way towards them, but I realized that we never got. That's just really ended that trajectory of us growing forever and being friends. That's wild. Yeah. There was only one incident. My boyfriend at the time got another girl pregnant and told my best friend. She knew a whole month before he finally told me and didn't say anything. I was so upset that she didn't tell me. I can see that. That's probably a big violation. I don't know if that's I don't even know if that's a small violation. That sounds like a tremendous violation.
In my mind, I'm like, you hitting him too? Like, she pregnant, but are you and him a thing? Because last time I checked, we were the thing. You and I, and he and I was a thing. There should have been no correlation between. Child, please. Yeah, I would have felt some kind of way about that.
She said they got back cool 2 months later. I can see that violation. I can see that. I can see you feeling violated. And I don't know the reasons why she didn't tell you that, and you knew and didn't tell. I don't know. Because a lot of times you're like, I'm staying out of people's business. Because that's what most of y'all need to do anyway, is stay out of people's business. And that
right there, staying out of people's business, don't do it to me. If you see something that may hurt me in the long run, tell me. Because I'm not an emotional person. But I would like to know, like, oh, you seen him doing that? Thank you. You know, I ain't going to tell my source. I'll never say, well, J-Boy said he saw you. And so I never tell my source, hey, you was doing something. And, yeah, I didn't appreciate it. So if I was to do the same thing, do you think we would still be in a relationship? If that's a no, then you think we're in a relationship now? No, we're not. So you can answer the question. I want to be told, and I know many people who don't. Now, what I don't like is you to have information and withhold information. If you my partner, and I'm going to say partner, because that's like, forget friend. Like, you my friend, you my partner. Because we don't got to be BFFs for you to be my partner. But if you see something and you think that it could be, it could be hurtful for me later on down the line, tell me. Don't withhold that kind of information. Because it's not often that I get that kind of gossip, and I don't get that kind of traffic no way. So tell me.
Don't tell me nothing. Hey, I don't know. That go either way. We'll talk about that. Charmian said, here's a caveat to that. She was his friend before me. She was his friend first.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that
never mind.
I understand.
Yeah, she wasn't supposed to tell you.
I understand.
Yeah, I could be her friend. I could be her friend because you was loyal. You was loyal to him. Yeah, I could be your friend. I would have liked her too. Some of y'all.
Yeah, man. Think about the violations, the small violations that are now insignificant. And why even say that? Because we talk about friendship and stuff. We talk about relationships a lot on here, not just intimate relationships, just relationships with people in general. And maybe you need to review some of them things and be like, you know what? That was stupid. And if something happened to this person today, I'd be so mad that we fell out over that. Review your own stuff right now, because you might have one of those sitting out there right now. You'd be like, you know what? That happened when I was 18, and we never got back cool. I really like that person. I need to get back with them and see what's going on. Because, man, most things ain't that serious. If they ain't kill nobody, man, now, I see you be like, man, I can't really trust you because you whatever that violation was. I can understand that. They stole from you or something like that. I can understand that. But, yo, check on that thing, because you carrying around this burden. Even though you're not thinking about it and it's not really weighing you down, you still carrying it around. It's still a boulder in your backpack. Get rid of it. Just get rid of all of them. Be like, you know what? I ain't got no animosity towards nobody. I can honestly I take that back.
That's true.
I'm trying to get rid of all my boulders. If there's anybody that I really like, I don't have nobody like I hate, I despise. I don't have nobody like that. There was one time that I did, but I don't really have nobody I feel like that about. It's people I'd be like, oh, I just don't rock with you like that. I ain't mad.
Anybody
just don't come my way.
Want to be back friends after whatever situation that we had. Honestly, because I feel like I'm an easygoing person. So if you felt like you wanted a relationship with me or a friendship with me or whatever, I feel like you know that you can come to me. I can't always be the bigger person, but some people play on your weakness, play that up as a weakness, and they feel like, okay, well, she must not want to talk to me because she's normally the bigger person that comes to me. It's like, no, I don't mind talking to you. I don't hate you, but you will have to come to me. Childish. And if you don't, I don't care.
I think that's childish for people to be walking around thinking like that. Like, well, I thought you ain't want to talk to me. I'd be like, right. I tell people all the time. I tell people all the time. Like, that ain't even me. That's not even my personality. No. They be like, man, I thought you was mad at me. Mad at you?
So So when people say that, I feel like that's a play on my intelligence at that point, because you know that's not me, but you're saying it out of your mouth anyway. It's like, okay, you didn't want to be friends, you just say that. Don't be trying to throw me in the mix.
I don't know. Bet no boy ever say I thought you was mad at, but it's happened before. I was like, sir, you a grown man. Don't you bet that ever say you thought no man was mad at you. I should punch you in your face for saying that to me. I feel violated just for you saying that. I thought you was mad at me. Mad? I ain't walking around mad at no man.
No man.
Get mad at you. How I say that just sounds soft in the booty saying, I'm mad at you. It sounds soft in the butt. Yeah, you better stop. Mad at, yeah, you sound like a whole fizzle. That's what you sound like. You sound like a whole fizzle. I want you guys to use these words in your life today.
You're gonna get kicked off the show.
That's our coffee talk for today, man. What is today's holiday? Today's holiday, because yesterday was Girl Hug a Boy Day. I don't know what this means, but make it mean what y'all want it to mean later. It's Feast of Fabulous Wild Men Day. Feast of Fabulous Wild Men. I don't know. It could go a lot of different ways. Y'all go with that. I don't know what it is. It's also Work Harder Day. And y'all can make that seem whatever you want it to seem. Work harder. It's another day, another dollar. Steph, you got a goal talk for us today? You got a little goal talk for us today before I get out of here?
I do. I'd say the goal talk today is to, like we said earlier, check the inventory on the people that, you know, you've had a mishap with, and see if it's something there that you feel like, you know, okay, I've probably done too much and I need to rectify that moving forward. And try new things. Do new things. Do the impossible. Whatever you've been thinking about, try to manifest it. Work on the skill for it. Do some research on it and do it anyway.
Hey, man, there's it's $6 premium shots at Crickets. They can go over there at Crickets, Smyrna, South Cobb, and get you some shots, or go in and enjoy lunch. Got lunch specials starting at 12 to 3. That's it, man. We gotta get out of here. Today, do it big.
Enjoy the taste of life.
Take a drink, take a sip, take a swig, and we out.